Before I get into the analysis, I'm going to have to supply a little bit of sweet, delicious context. My friend Warshipsink14 made a Roblox capture the flag game, and he was hosting a tournament for it. A series of 2v2s where you and one partner can enter into the tournament and try. The way the game works is that you get a rocket, a sword, you play on a map, and it's first of 3 flags wins. Or, whoever has the most flag captures by the end of 5 minutes wins. And whoever loses gets eliminated, and the tournament goes on until everyone besides one team is eliminated. And that last remaining team would be crowned champion. So, War's done one of these tournaments before and I couldn't do it because I was trying to invite Harper, and Harper, unlike me, has a life. But in the second one, I decided, hey, I don't need Harper because he sucks at video games. That is, Jill Carper's actually pretty good at video games. But I thought this time around I was going to need a nice, perfect, complex, and competent teammate. So I hooked up my boy, Anoobex, aka sonicrpggame. The starting conversation went a little bit like this, and it kind of took off from there. After a few days of practice, the tournament came around, and this was the result. The brackets looked a little something like this. Anoobex and I had to go against HT and Ben. There's one thing I know about these two, it's that they're pretty good at this game. I go against HT a lot in practice, and he mops the floor with everybody in his path. Ben, I have not gone against that often, but I'm sure that he's amazing. So, let the first round begin. As you can see, the second the round begins, Sonic and I rush away from our spawn as quickly as possible, trying to get the other team's side so we can make sure that we can secure a lead as quickly as we can. I think I said quick about 3 times in that one sentence, but that's fine. This reminds me, I should probably explain the way the rocket works. The rocket in Warship's Capture the Flag game has 2 ways of dealing damage. Half health and one-shots. The way you deal half health is by hitting blast radius or hitting a certain spot on the body that doesn't cause a one-shot. We'll get into one-shots later. Also, if you can't notice already, the rockets travel pretty quickly, leaving you to almost no time to react. Now this very detail right here is pretty nice to note. Every time that someone with the flag dies, the flag stays in the spot that they died at, meaning that their teammates can come pick it up, or the enemy can come returning to their base. This was never really part of the strategy, but it does help out to know. Ignore the fact that I died as I captured that. See, that shot right there might have looked stupid, but that was actually me trying to predict HT jumping off as he had the flag on him. Right there is a clear example of the rockets being very inconsistent. They like to decide when to explode and how fast they move. Because at certain points, the explosion can arrive faster than the actual rocket. Right here, we were so close to their area that we said screw the idea of defense and just rush for the flag once more. Bam! Right there. That was a one-shot kill, if you couldn't tell. The way one-shot kills work in the Capture the Flag games is that if you hit the opponent around the torso or the upper arms area, it will always be a guaranteed one-shot kill. But sadly, ping and lag take accustomed to this, and they just randomly generate one-shots sometimes. But there is a way to get guaranteed one-shots, and luckily for me, Anoobex was amazing at hitting the one-shots. You can't help but feel bad for that man right there. With Anoobex and I both back at our side of the map with their flag, it was almost a guaranteed capture at that very moment. And both HT and Ben knew that, so they decided to rush full time. It was right when we got the 2-0 lead that we decided we had to play heavy defense. All Anoobex and I do for the rest of this game is just drag out the time as much as we can, stopping them from getting our flag. As time ticks down, we realized that they had no chance of winning, so we basically threw the rest of the game and barely tried because we were guaranteed victory at that point. After this, we didn't get too excited because we were very confident in the fact that we would win this match. Not to be disrespectful to our opponents, they were very good. But now we were headed on to semi-finals, round 2, the second game of the tournament. This is not Scott. Scott is such a huge deal, not just in the server, but in the tournament in general, because he was the guy who won the dang thing in Season 1. And he didn't just win, he absolutely dominated it. Luckily, he's not with his same championship partner this time around. He's with somebody else, Blux. And believe me when I say Blux is not to be underestimated. Blux is a very good player, even when compared to their championship partner. Scott won the round beforehand 3-0. Granted, the people he was against did not put up a good fight. One of them ended up quitting midway through the game because they were so fed up with playing mobile. And believe me, I definitely would too. And the other person, Fatini, had very, very, very terrible ping. Heck, they even sent a screenshot of their ping. like, I didn't even know it could go up that high. So it was definitely an easy 3-0 for Scott and Blux. And now we have to go against them. Everyone else in the entire tournament is terrified of facing them. But unfortunately for Scott, I fear no man. The semi-finals between me and Anoobex versus Scott and Blux will go down in the history books. What most likely happened here is that Blux's head hit the flag and it returned as they died. However, Anoobex and I were completely unaware of this during the game, so you could probably guess we were pretty confused. After time slowly faded downwards, Anoobex and I realized that we had finally pulled off the win and eliminated the most dangerous player and a former champion from the tournament. Therefore, me and Anoobex were moving on to round 3, the finals of the tournament. Our finalist opponents were none other than Patrick and Poke. Poke I haven't seen playing the game much, but he's definitely really good at it. But Patrick is someone to look out for. He made it to the finalists of the last tournament. And I've practiced against him a lot, and he is fantastic at the game. His aim is amazing. They won their semifinals game 3-0 in an absolute landslide game. It would take a miracle for Anoobex and I to pull off the win here. And it looked like we had the entire world on our side. You know, a wise man once said, "Not even close." As time was running out, it became clear to Anoobex and I that this is the end. We won the tournament, and we are the new Capture the Flag champions.